I'm Elizabeth, and today I'm about to interview
My name
Vanessa.
is Vanessa. So I'm a fast food waitress.
Okay, so let's get into the questions now. How do you define hospitable service?
So I think it's one's ability in delivering services to fulfill the customer's needs and wants.
What is the difference between hospitality and service?
I think hospitality is more about affecting the way the guests feel, and service is the way you deliver the feeling.
Do you think power is crucial in hospitality?
Sure, because I think it impacts the way the industry work, such as setting or making an adjustment in their standards, procedures depending in which country the industry is in. For example, McDonald's they only sell porks in Chinese country, China, etc. But they sell rice on for the Asian culture.
How does your identity affect the way you work here? Do you think gender matters or not?
Gender?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so because I think female kind of attract customers more sometimes. Probably because females are more approachable and they are more easygoing than most of males. But sometimes we need males' power as well because at nighttime we have to take out like some rubbish and do some work that are quite heavy for some women. So I think we need men as well. So depends actually.
We're gonna move to another topic more about the hospitality industry, such as hotel in Australia. So, do you think the Airbnb, do you know the application,
Yeah.
uh, is affecting the way tourists travel nowadays or not?
I think that affects more tourists that has budget because Airbnb is obviously cheaper than hotels, especially when they're traveling in groups. They probably have a similar quality and service, but hotels are more in the hospitality thing. But Airbnb don't have it because in hotels they have lots of services, but Airbnb they only provide the place to live or to stay in.
How do you measure the authenticity of the service in hospitality industry?
This is a tough and very personal question. I think authenticity of service will depend on the way you serve the customer itself. Some waiters can be very unfriendly or chatty to the customer, which this can be affected by their knowledge and understanding hospitality.
That's it for today, and thank you for your time and everything.
Welcome.
Okay, my name is Jonathan Kevin Parwata, and this is
Oka Diputra.
Oka is a chef, and I'm going to ask him about hospitality. How do you define hospitable service?
Hospitable service, in my opinion, would be to give an experience for guests, friends, us as a host, giving them um, the experience to be welcome, to be served, to be assisted.
What is the difference between hospitality and service?
Hospitality is more um, how do you say it? Assisting people to give to give everything they need while they become our guests. While service is just about work.
So, are you saying hospitality is being proactive,
I would say so. Yeah,
and service is just
service is just work
a
that
job?
you do.
Now, let's talk about colonialism and culture. How does historical events affect in hospitality industry?
I think towards colonialism for us as a as example, we were colonized by Dutch, for 350 years and Japanese for 3.5 years. And our hospitality level in Indonesia are working towards the Dutch standard and the Japanese standard. It affects the food, it affects the way people dress, and of course, it affects the hospitality industry. Everyone wants to get the same service that the Dutch get, the Japanese get.
Is power crucial in hospitality?
Mm,
Power means authority, and
I would, yeah, I would agree to that.
how?
Um, because when you're talking about hospitality, I mean, when you're talking about everything, anything in this world, we need consistency. And consistency always start from the top. We need the authority to tell us what's the standard.
Next is about gender. How does your identity affect your service?
Um, I would say there's no difference. There's no difference. Um, Male, female, whatever. If someone got the passion, they must do what they want to do. Hmm?
Do you think the Airbnb has changed the way hospitality industry works?
Yeah, I would say so. Because at Airbnb, you're not enjoying the normal kind of hotel hospitality. Um, we live in people house, and most of the time we don't get to meet the owner of the house, right? Um, just traveling become more and more uh, to live like locals, to live like the people that in that country, in that area, in that city.
Do you think Airbnb will be more consumed by people than hotels? Do you think hotel will lose to Airbnb,
Um,
or what do you think?
I don't think it will kill the um, normal hotel because some people crave that hospitality. Some people just don't want to meet anybody, so they go Airbnb. As simple as that.
Last question: how do you measure the authenticity of service?
Mm. Ooh, it's hard to say, but authenticity came from the heart, and I think normal people would know if they're being authentic or not.
All right, thank you for your time, Oka.
All right.
After we interviewed both Vanessa and Oka, we found similarities and differences in their answers regarding their views in hospitality service. Similarities in authenticity. Both Vanessa and Oka think that authenticity comes within the person itself, and about colonialism and culture. Both understands that it affects the hospitality level and how their culture um, shape the standards and procedure depending on how they are brought up, and also power. Um, they also think power is very important because authority is one of the most important thing to understand the standard of the job.
As for the difference of their opinion in hospitality, they think that hospitable service is defined as uh, for something like to fulfill the guest need and want, while Oka thinks that it is for experience to the guests to make them feel welcome and assisted. And also, they think that hospitality service differently. Um, like for Vanessa, she think that hospitality is the way you make the guests feel, and service is the way you deliver that feeling. While for Oka, he think that hospitality service is a job that you have to do, and it's like something that you must do, like obligation to do. And for their tourist case, Vanessa thinks that Airbnb give tourists a better price to travel and has similar quality of service to hotel business, while Oka think that it is not more demanding to the tourists, as some tourists still crave for hotel kind of service than something that's like local feelings. And for the gender, Vanessa think that female workers attract the customer more than male, and Oka thinks that male and female worker doesn't matter, as it all depends on their personal passion and the job.